Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, the 12th of December, 2017. Hope you had a good trading day. We had a decent day. It was a light volume day. We had a first volume warning in a while after the first hour, but we still had 3 trades that triggered, and they all worked, so you can't complain about that. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form, and new closing highs. Why not? Let's go through the major daily charts, then we'll look at the intraday action. We'll talk about what to expect on Tuesday because there's some stuff going on in the world. Crude oil down 7 cents, no big deal, to 57.92. Gold loses 5.80. S&P cash index up $8.49. The NDX was up 49.32. Not new highs yet, but look at this. We've got an 11 towards a 13 sell signal. It would be very interesting. Remember, those don't have to be consecutive, so we could still spell out a 13 sell signal in the last couple of weeks of the year here. And remember, the way the markets work, I mean, typically people, when the stocks are up all year, like the couple of the big name stocks are, nobody wants to sell those late in the year, right? You don't want to lock in your tax gain and pay taxes in April, when if you just wait till January, you can be paying taxes like the year after. So what we typically see is that these stocks do not come down, and that's even though we did start to get a pullback about a week and a half ago, you can see it kind of stabilize, and that's just because I don't think there's a lot of people with a high incentive to sell right now. Now, come January, that could be different. So if we get a 13 sell signal on the Nasdaq here late in the year, that could be interesting. Here's the SOX, the semiconductor index. See that 13 sell signal there and how important that was? And it was up 7 today, but still down quite a bit from the highs. Biotechs lose 62 cents. Not a big deal. The VIX down to 934, one of the lowest closes again on the VIX. Horrible. Trend at 0.73. That takes that 10-day moving average to 0.88. Remember, under 0.85 on that 10-day is a sell signal on the market. You don't see it often. It's not going to be easy to get tomorrow because tomorrow a 0.6 reading drops off the moving average. So we'd have to get into a lower number than that. But, if we do get a lowish number for a couple of days, we'll be losing some higher numbers shortly. So we're in range. There's definitely enough here. In the last 10 days, only 2 numbers above 1 on the trend. So that's when you get that 10-day moving average down there. Nasdaq volume was 1.8, really 1.7 billion at the close. The advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq negative 302. On the New York was positive 254. Google up $2.59. Apple up $3.39 or 30 cents. Amazon gains 692. Remember, the 13 sell signal is in place there. Netflix down 232. 13 sell signal was the top on that one as well. Tesla up 1378. Notice that this one had a buy signal, 13 buy signal 2 weeks ago, and it's starting to take off. We've made some money on that one today, by the way. Several points. And then TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 26 cents. Goldman Sachs down 22 cents. Still operating under that 13 sell signal. Hasn't gotten a close above the pink risk line. All right, let's look at the intraday action. So I'm going to switch this to 5-minute candles. Let's just focus on. So there was Friday that had that gap up. It was pretty dead. Not surprising. But then here's Monday. A little gap up, never filled. And really these candles were mostly impossibly narrow. Not much to focus on there. If you look at the Nasdaq side, crawled back above Friday's highs, but look how flat that is in the afternoon. Just horrible. So we made some money in the futures. We did well in the stocks, but it wasn't the most exciting day ever. So what do we have here for the calendar? Tomorrow, Tuesday, NFIB Small Business Index. That's at 6 in the morning Eastern Time. PPI at 8:30. 30-year bond auction at 1 in the afternoon, and the federal budget balance at 2. Then remember, the next day we've got the CPI and the Fed meeting. The Fed meeting starts Tuesday. It's a 2-day meeting. So a lot of people are going to be waiting, expecting that rate hike potentially here by the Fed on Wednesday, Christmas rate hike. We'll see if we get it. And then, so Tuesday may not be that interesting. Wednesday we've got that, and then we start looking at the quarterly options expiration unravel, which would happen Wednesday or Thursday, especially with the Fed announcement. So I think the excitement, even though we had a good day today, the excitement is certainly ahead this week and not behind us. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Tuesday.